Hi there, and welcome to the Cotswold Explorer. I'm Robin Shuckburgh, and we're exploring the wonderful region of the Cotswolds in southwest England. We've decided to revisit the centre of the region and find some hidden gems, places that are not quite so famous, but still just as beautiful. Today you find Ross, Widget, Gizmo and me in the little village of Winson. We're still in the centre of the Colne Valley, high up in the valley, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful valleys in the whole of the Cotswolds. And this little village is a prime example. We're going to show you around. If you take the lane north-northwest from the world-famous village of Bybury, leaving the Swan Hotel on your right and the river on your left, you will have started a journey down one of the most picturesque lanes in the whole county. The first of the villages you come to is Ablington, a village we've visited before, and details of which you can find elsewhere on our channel, where you will cross a bridge over the embryonic River Colne and continue up the right bank towards its source, through a string of breathtakingly beautiful settlements. The first you come to is Winson. Winson is a chapelry of Bybury and is a sleepy little place, just a few metres off the lane that runs the length of the river. It built up next to a ford over the stream, making good use of the extremely fertile river valley and the huge benefits that came with water power. There were 3 mills in the village, only one of which, Winson Mill, about a mile northwest, still exists. When we passed it on this lovely sunny later summer's day, the people who lived there were making the very most of the sunshine next to the river. Winson is now, as far as we can see, entirely residential. Even the old school in the corner of the churchyard has been converted into a house. There is a small triangular green in the centre of the village, overlooked by a very handsome house indeed. Winson Manor is described in Pevsner's architectural guide as a charming, compact, double-pile classical house, handsomely detailed, built in 1740 for Richard Howes, Surgeon General to the Army. It stands, raised slightly, above the green, but close enough to study with ease. It has often been attributed to the architect James Gibbs, and there is no doubt that Howes could have known Gibbs, as they were both involved with St Bartholomew's Hospital in London, but it seems more likely that the house was designed by a local architect, using Gibbs's highly influential Book of Architecture, published 12 years or so previously. Running off the green in a southerly direction is Ditch Lane. Walking down here you pass the lovely 17th, 18th century manor farm, and at the end some beautiful cottages of the same period, one of them thatched. You might notice that a footpath drops left off this little lane into the valley. Usually these footpaths are marked with some rather unsightly, brightly coloured, round, council-made plastic badges stuck to a post. Not in this village. Beautifully carved signs announcing the path have been created by the villagers so as not to spoil the look of the place. Turning right at the end up the slope, you find the small early Norman village church, again raised above the road, standing proud. It's a small church, but charming and friendly, with a churchyard filled with interesting headstones, crosses, and a unique collection of 9 18th century chest tombs. These latter are beautifully carved and shaped, and bear some examination. The inside consists of nave and chancel only, with many Norman remnants. The chancel arch is Norman, and there is a Norman window, deep set and still existing in the north wall. The high chancel roof is supported by carved and painted corbel heads, and the walls are decorated with images of vines and honeysuckle. This painting is 19th century, as is the floor, set with colourful mosaics. The font is Norman, but set on more recent little pillars. The pulpit is stone and probably 15th century, although well restored. There is a 19th century organ made by J.C. Bishop of Thame in Oxfordshire, and some good glass, mostly 19th and 20th century. All in all, a lovely small church in some truly wonderful surroundings. I hope you've enjoyed our little spin round Winson. It is absolutely beautiful, and yet again in this extraordinary river valley, it shows you what the sort of essence of the Cotswolds is like.